are live.
We'll do it live.
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football balls for everyone's taste. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. Alex Middleton. Alex, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, dude? It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. And every single week, I always say we're live, but this week we're actually live.
Like, people could be watching us right now.
It's pretty
As I'm saying this, there's people watching me and digesting this in real time. Wow.
Stare at the camera. Just like,
what a time to be alive, dude. What a time to be alive.
We are apparently live. Well, we're definitely live on Facebook and YouTube. I don't know what's going on with Twitch, but I'm not too worried about Twitch.
We'll figure it out, dude.
I kind of wanted a little bit about Twitch, because just so I could, like, when people say, "Oh, what do you do?" just so I could be like pretentious and be like, "Oh, I stream on Twitch. I'm a Twitch streamer.
I'm a Twitch guy.
I'm a Twitch guy. It's just a thing. It's a lifestyle.
Just add it to the arsenal. That's what we gotta add it to. I'm sorry if I'm getting lost. I'm trying to share these on every device that I own right now. I'm trying to share all of our videos. Trying to get more people to watch. You know.
So do I have to do the whole cliche thing? I'm like, if you're watching this, make sure you click like and subscribe and give us a thumbs up and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But
share us with a friend, fellas.
Are you drinking anything this week?
I do. I have a Lil Cal low calorie IPA from my good friends at Southern Star Brewing Company today. That's what I'll be drinking. Low cal, because I care. New year, new me.
I've got this. Have you ever heard of Kona Brewery?
I have heard of Kona Brewery.
So I've got their this thing. It's like I
like the labeling.
Passion fruit, orange, and guava.
Ooh, guava. That's nice.
No expense spared for this beer. But so this week we're going to talk about, obviously, there's not much Giants to talk about, but obviously we're going to go over this past weekend's wild card, which some of the games definitely put the wild in the wild card, I would say. You're going to have to bring me up to speed, because I was super excited to watch the Nickelodeon coverage. But for whatever reason, apparently Nickelodeon doesn't stream that on their app, so I had to watch the bog standard CBS coverage, which was pretty boring. I didn't get any SpongeBob or slime or anything like that.
Slime zone for you, bro. Yeah, you really missed out. I was a big fan of the Nickelodeon broadcast.
Yeah, I'm going to pick your brains about that later. And then obviously West Ham, we've got a couple of people outgoing, which we're going to discuss. Some superstar that we might have to apologize for, or apologize to, I should say. Obviously, and then we've got some new board members. It's a whole lot going on about West Ham. And obviously, we got our technical victory against Stockport yesterday in the FA Cup. Before we get into that, how was your weekend? Did you do anything exciting over the weekend?
Not particularly, dude. I mean, I really just I played a little soccer on Saturday morning, then kind of sat my ass on the couch and watched back-to-back games, and then pretty much did the same thing on Sunday minus the soccer. So that was my weekend.
Yeah, asking what people did over the weekend was way more fun from like last February and before. After that, it kind of got pretty standard. I just stayed home.
Right.
Watch TV, Netflix.
Nothing too new.
No. But before we get into there's a couple of things over the last couple of days that I don't know whether it's because of like our pandemic living, where things that wouldn't have annoyed me have like started to annoy me more. I don't know if that's an offshoot of that, or maybe it's just me getting old and grouchy and
maybe both, perhaps a combination.
But I just want to kind of vent them and also spitball them with you, because maybe it's just me. Sometimes we like something annoys you. We like, am I just the one that's annoyed by it? Am I the dick here?
Am I the asshole? Yeah.
Yeah. So like first thing, and this might touch home to you, so I don't want to name any names, because I believe the station that I'm referring to, I'm not going to name their name, may be part of the iHeartRadio family. So I don't want to get you into trouble or anything.
I'm a company guy.
I know you're a company
I love
guy.
iHeart. I love iHeartMedia. Big iHeartMedia guy.
This one radio station. So the thing that annoyed me is what I'm going to call is fake commercial-free radio. Have you ever heard? Do you know what I'm talking about here?
Where it's got like there's ads in it, but they pretend like they're not ads, or
Yeah, where they said like, "Oh, the next 2 hours is commercial-free
oh
radio,"
yeah.
and
But
it's
first,
brought to
here's a
you
bunch of
by
commercials.
Geico. Geico can save you 15 minutes. Like, this is a commercial.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. I mean, a lot of that though, like it's like when you go on YouTube. Shout out people watching us on YouTube right now. But like when you go on YouTube and it's like you could watch these ads, or like you could skip it by just answering this question and shit like that. It's like that's like what they did, but like instead of having to answer a question or whatever, they're just like, we're just gonna get the ad out of the way already. I have to deal with Peacock now when I'm watching The Office, and that's got commercials on like Netflix. So like a lot of the times they're like, this commercial-free episode brought to you by Maybelline, and it's like a 1-minute ad, but then like that's it.
Yeah, because Peacock's got like several different tiers, right? It's like if you pay this much, we'll show some commercials, but if you want 0 commercials, you have to pay even more.
I don't know. Peacock's pretty bomb though. I'm a big fan of Peacock.
I definitely want to. I've got Peacock because obviously
big fan of the cock. You know what I'm saying? You guys
love that cock, but because they've got obviously they've got The Office, but they've also got Premier League. But I was gonna pick your brains on this with The Office because I know they've got like the crazy, stupid extended versions of The Office,
super fan episodes.
But is that all of the episodes, or is it select episodes? Like, where are they at? Because I don't want to start it if it's only like a select number of episodes.
Yeah, right now it's just season 3. It seems like they're going to be rolling out more seasons. I think they're going to do whole seasons at a time.
Why do they start? Why do they start at 3? What's up with 1?
That's like the best season.
So I have to sit through to get to season 3. I have to sit through the regular season 1 and 2.
I mean, or you just start in season 3. That's what I did.
What kind of madness
I've
is that?
seen it. I've seen it all already, like 85 times. So like you can just throw in any episode of The Office and be like, all right, season 6. This is what happens. Like I know how it goes.
We've already got some love on YouTube, by the way, for your shirt.
Stop. Ooh. Hammer time. What's up, Ryan? Ryan out in Seattle now. What's going on? He's part of the Bayou Ironworks. We watched West Ham together.
Oh, and then I'm not sure about this one. Who's the Alex P?
Tim Kostanek. What's going on, Tim? He makes a lot of Pass the Gravy football helmets that we got. It's like this one.
Oh, who's Alex P? Have we got like a? Is that your real
alter ego? My totally official, but not at all real middle initial on the
Alex
Rod Ryan
Hiddleston.
show. So it stands for pterodactyl, which begins with a P.
Fun fact. Although
a lot of people don't know that. My parents are big dinosaur people. They were paleontologists.
Which also begins with a P.
Which does. Alex Paleontologist Middleton was almost what it was going to be, but they went with pterodactyl.
Second thing that annoyed me. So I was taking a walk and I walked past this restaurant today. Never seen it before. I was like, oh, this looks fancy. Maybe I'll check it out in the near future. Let me look it up. And there was one where it's like the price. Let's just say the prices were pricey. Okay, they were trying.
Prices were very pricey.
So they had like New York strip steak for $44, which I think is way too much for a New York strip. But that's just me. Maybe that's a cheap person in me. But the thing that grinded my gears about this was, do you know these types of restaurants that when you buy a steak, and then they say, "Oh, you want fries with that? Oh, that's extra." Like steak and fries or a potato or whatever should come as a thing.
It's a combo.
Right?
It's a combo.
But this is why I would never go to that place, because when I saw how much the fries were, do you want to play a game? Do you want to guess? Guess the fries. Guess how much the fries were to add on to this $44 steak.
Well, they're $6. We go $6.
Turn it around. They were $9.
$9. Were they like? What kind of fries are we talking about? Are these like cheese fries? Are they bacon cheese fries? Is there a little bit of chicken on top of it? Like, are these gourmet fries, or are these just fries.
They were
These are
just
French
fries,
fries,
my friend.
just fries.
Because there were options to get like fancy fries for $11 and $13 as well.
Oh, well, now I mean, yeah, now you're really, really dipping into the wallet for those. That's pretty nuts.
Because I'm the kind of person that gets angry when I have to spend like $8, $9 on a beer. I'm not spending $9 on some fries.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that, dude. I'm with you on that. Sometimes, like, I've been no big deal. I've eaten crawfish for 51 straight weeks. I'm setting a world record and everything like that. But I sometimes, like, you and the DoorDash thing, it'll be like, oh yeah, would you like to add fries? And I'll be like, sure. And then like I don't pay attention to it, but it's like that was like $7 for French fries that I just threw on. They're like, what? What kind of potatoes are these? Who do you think you are? Trying to charge me like $7 for fries? Fries or like $4 max, unless you're like throwing like whole like things of meat and stuff, on there, and then you're good, because it's like then you're basically like nacho fries, frachos, as my friends at Plucker's Wing Bar do.
Tim does say those are super fancy fries, $13. I don't know. I didn't try. I'm not stepping a foot in that establishment.
Are
and
steak
then,
fries steak chips in England?
yes, fries and chips are, well, I'm going to say the same thing, but yeah. You would get fries if you would ask for chips in England. There we go. I'm kind of get wrong way around. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Although actually they might be referred to as steak fries in England. Maybe I'm too far out. I'm too far in the matrix. I'm too far in American now. I don't know what's what. What's English? What's American? I don't know.
We've radicalized them, everybody.
My dad actually says that I sound American. I don't think I sound American, but
I don't think you sound American either.
But maybe
I
I've
still
lost.
love you, buddy.
Thanks,
you don't have
buddy.
to sound American. I accept you however you sound.
See, we're just bringing people together here on the podcast.
Exactly. That's what
Beautiful
this podcast is all about.
All right, let's
people are like, why are we watching this?
Before we start crying and loving each other, let's get into why we're here. We're talking about West Ham United. Now, West Ham United, a lot of things have happened in the last week. So the first thing, let's talk about our new board directors. Now, you didn't know about this, right? You didn't hear about this?
I'm more about the action on the field, all right? I don't need to get into politics, pal. Although it was the porn guy, right? It was the porn guy.
So David Sullivan,
this
porn guy, he gave 2 new people seats at the table, I guess. And I don't know what the definition of nepotism is exactly, but I'm pretty sure adding your girlfriend and your son to the board of directors might be a little bit iffy.
Seems a bit nepotism-y, but like that's like a lot of that's like Jerry Jones' son. He kind of runs the team with him. Like that's kind of, if it's a family thing.
I mean, the Jaguars do the same, right? Well, the Khans.
Yeah, a lot of professional, like the Fords with the Lions did that because the husband passed away and now the wife owns it. I think the Rams were that way, I want to say, for a while. But I think that's not uncommon. But yeah, it's a weird look. And it's a bad look, especially when you're like fucking stuff up. I know, like living in Texas, the Texans kind of had that thing where Bob McNair gave it to his son and his son's kind of fucking it up right now. And it's just like, oh, why didn't we just sell it to like a person that could really run a franchise
and make money off of it?
Right. And that's the exact same kind of thing that West Ham's doing, except like it's with a dude that like got famous off of porn, which is kind of tight.
Well, the reason I only bring it up because obviously Twitter is sometimes pretty fun and creative. And so when the news broke that, what's her name? Emma Benson Hughes was appointed director on the board. Yeah, so she has
Emma Bunton?
No, that I would have accepted.
That's Baby Spice.
Let's spice up our life,
dude. We should do it. Does any Spice Girls own a team? Like have any stake in a team? Because that's how you get people to be West Ham fans. You make a Spice Girl buy like a minority share in it.
Except for Posh Spice, I think she's
probably wherever David's gonna be with. Like that's she's Inter Miami or whatever. She probably owns them.
That could be a new. Which Spice Girl would you like to own West Ham? That's a whole.
It'd be Baby Spice for sure.
Not Scary Spice. I think she.
No, I mean, I think a lot of people would go Sporty, but I'm gonna go Baby because Baby Spice was the one I always liked.
I think yeah, Sport is too cliche.
Everybody in the chat, share your favorite Spice Girl.
let's get interactive right now.
We're talking Spice Girls here on the Claire podcast.
On the Claire and Big Blue podcast, the only podcast about West Ham, New York Giants, and the Spice Girls. But yeah, so Emma Benson Hughes, yes, so she has a little bit of a past in pornography, shall we say?
Okay.
Star of such
she's a hard worker, bro. We
as lesbian student nurses, which I haven't seen that one yet.
Probably getting her medical degree.
But so Twitter reacted to this. So I've lined up a couple of reactions on Twitter. I'm going to read them out for our podcast listeners. But I want you to rate these out of 10 on creativity. So that's the story. Okay. Porn star, now on the board of directors of West Ham. Okay. So the first one from Red Beza, we've got no more board meetings. Get it? It's like
you're not going to be 4. You're a 4. Not all going to be winners.
Oh, they're definitely. I've got some. And then from Toying Kush, we have the club should get a rise out of this.
Okay, that's better. I'm going to say that's a 5. Solid 5.
Then from Elliot _____, he really wanted Elliot. So he's like kept adding underscores until it worked. West Ham are used to getting fucked in front of thousands, so she should right at home.
That's good. I like that one. That's a solid 8. Let's give that one an 8. An 8er. We'll put that one up there.
And then I had to put some poor ones. This one. So from King of DM _ lovely underscores. I think very soon she will be banging the players with some hammers. Like I could see where he was going with that. But
the idea was there. The execution, not so much. I appreciate he swung for the fences. He missed. I'm gonna have to give that like a 4 or 5.
I'm actually shocked you went that high. I was thinking of like
I'm trying to be a nice guy. You know, it's the first time ranking. I gotta get my levels.
And then from VJ2W on Twitter, can you post a blow-by-blow account of how this happened?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Where are we going? If
let's go 5 or 6. 5 or 6 on that.
And then I think this might be. Actually, let me correct the misspelling. I just copied and pasted these. I should have actually checked the spelling. We've got Mia Khalifa now odds on to replace David Moyes at the end of the season.
There we go. That's an 8. That's an 8 right
That's
there.
The winner,
I was like, there's no Mia Khalifa reference in any of this. I'm a little upset, but then it came through.
Oh, which one? Sorry. Tim said that's a 10, but I don't know which one he saw. Hopefully, I'm assuming it was the Mia Khalifa one.
The good ones. Whatever the good one was. All
right, so, and then we have some transfers now. Obviously, less than your favorite player. So, Allair's gone.
No, not Allaire. Not yeah, dude. I don't care. I don't care that Allaire's gone. I do not care. Like, I think that if Allaire's gone, like, it's about as effective. Like, if we just didn't start a guy in his position, we would be about as effective as if, like, he was kind of like we took the field with 10 men a lot of times. I
think that's harsh.
I don't care. I'm here to be harsh. All right.
Well, because
I hated him, and I'm glad he's gone. All right. That's what I have to say about that. I didn't like Allaire.
I guess you have to cut your losses at some point, but there was a little bit of where
you can't bicycle kick your way into everything.
We spent 45 million on him. We sold him for like 20-25, which is a bit disappointing, shall we say?
Mm-hmm. And I don't think they know how money really works, like at West Ham. That's a problem that we keep running into, where it's like, no, dude. Like, if you're trying to flip it, you gotta sell it for more than you got it for. But like, I get it. Math's confusing sometimes.
Oh, that would be like, I would love to watch like those types of TV shows, like, you know, Flip or Flop,
but with a player,
and like David Moyes in charge. We bought this house for 600,000. After renovations, we sold it for 500,000.
He's an up and coming Colombian winger, and we're gonna get him at 17 years old.
No one's gonna know who he is, and then we're gonna loan him out for 4 years and then sell him for less.
So we get absolutely no usage out of him and lose a lot of money.
That'd be a great TV show. And then someone I think, hopefully, who was a little bit more fond of old Robert Snodgrass.
It's called Flipper footballer. That's what it is. Not flipper flop.
Flip
no, that wasn't
footballer?
great. That wasn't great. I don't know.
Flip.
Are we gonna flip him, or is he gonna be a footballer? I don't know. Move on. Sorry.
Anyway, Robert Snodgrass. He's gone. He's gone to West Brom for, I don't know, probably less than we paid for him. But we got
some usage on him at least.
You sad?
I'm not like heartbroken. I liked Snotty, but like, what is us with like do we just sell everybody to West Brom? Or are we like, yo, West Brom, you want Diangana, you want Snodgrass? Like, are we just gonna? Is that like the island of misfit toys for West Ham players now? It's just West Brom.
Well, I think we have to connect because obviously Diangana when Bilic was in charge. Obviously, Bilic, a former West Ham manager, and then now they've got Sam Allardyce, who again is a former West Ham manager. So maybe it's just like
they're like
we
bad
need players.
West Ham.
Let's go to West Ham.
I guess so. I mean, whatever. They're giving us money, but not as much as we probably could get.
Or maybe
we get Diangana.
On the transfer paperwork, our owners are super lazy. So rather than all they have to do is delete the ham and write Brom.
Yeah, like, that's easy.
I can't be spelling another team's name. That's too much.
Before we talk about like some like more transfers and stuff like that we may be like bringing in, because I don't know, did you have anything else about like?
No, because we haven't got anyone coming in as far as I'm aware right now.
That, like, I mean, there's rumors really, because I was like, I'm not 100% sold on any of the rumors that I've seen. So no. I know the Arnautovic possibly returning is out now.
Yep.
Which seemed like a pipe dream in the beginning, but
he wants too much money. I could have told you that from day one.
Yeah, well, he'll want more money later on, and then he'll quit playing, and then we'll have a whole Allaire. We already played this game with Allaire this year. We don't need to bring another Allaire back in. But,
and we played it with Announcement, and we played it with Payet.
Let's talk about the FA Cup game a little bit. Stockport County. Did you get to watch that one?
I did. ESPN got my $6.
So, the ESPN Plus right there. Yeah. It's like $5-6. It's not worth it. Like I'll shell out that for I was watching AC Milan before we started recording this because I bet on them. But like it just gives you access to like a bunch of random soccer games you wouldn't expect to be able to watch. So that's always nice.
Is Bundesliga on there as well?
I think Bundesliga is, and then there's a lot of college basketball and stuff, which is pretty cool. But ESPN Plus is definitely worth it. And then so I was watching on there, and like right when I turned it on, you start seeing fireworks going off, and I was like, "What kind of celebration is this?" Usually, over like in England, they do all the ceremonies beforehand. Not like what's going on, and then they kind of stopped the match, and I guess somebody in whatever neighborhood they were in was just shooting fireworks. They had some New Year's Day fireworks left over, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck it, dude. There's a FA Cup game. Let's go."
As a tactic, maybe thinking, maybe it'll throw off the Premier League team. I don't know.
Not the worst thought.
The only reason I think that is, well, I was gonna say with the fireworks. The only reason I think about that is because as soon as the game stopped, the fireworks stopped. It's like, oh, well, this isn't fun anymore.
Right.
But the game itself, it was pretty boring, quite frankly, because realistically, I mean, other than that one missed punch from Darren Rudolph, the reindeer, there was no threat really, and there was no point where I was worried that we was going to lose the game. But it was we was playing them as if we were playing Liverpool or Man City, where we was kind of like nervously passing it around, trying to find a gap. And it
the pitch conditions? I mean, it was some pretty shitty weather.
Pretty shitty weather.
That was a pretty bad looking pitch. Lots of mud up there. Like it looked like a lot of them were hesitant to kind of go full stride. I think Rice was the only guy that I really saw like taking off and going as full speed as he could. It did just look like they were a little off. Like they were hesitant to like they couldn't figure out the passes all day. Like they couldn't figure out exactly like the right touch to get on anything. I really thought Stockport played a lot better than I expected. Just honestly, like with the lineup, I texted you and I was like, this is a blowout win with this lineup. Like we had a bunch of guys.
Like 7-8-0.
We had a bunch of guys that I didn't expect to be starting in a cup game against Stockport County. And like I didn't expect Antonio to be in the starting lineup for that, especially, but whatever. I mean, like they got the win. I thought Stockport played very well. They made sure that they always had a guy behind the ball. Like they played to us. It was like they were playing for a 0-0 draw, trying to go to penalties or whatever. But like we didn't play well, but compared to like them also playing well defensively, they had absolutely no offense. But we should have scored probably 3-4 goals though. In that we had a lot of opportunities. We kind of fucked up, but then we had our boy. We had Craig Dawson. Maybe some of us have been a little critical on this show before.
Maybe.
And look, I'd like to apologize. I was wrong. Like, does he seem like he's made of glass? Yes, he does. He falls down a lot. Kind of seems like a whiny little baby.
Treatment for 5 minutes,
but. Fun little stats, and I'm coming with stats today. Last 3 games that we've had our buddy Craig Dawson in, 3 clean sheets, 2 wins, 1 draw. Not bad. Now, I mean, I think one of them was a start, but like those pretty good stats to back up pretty young defender right there that they're kind of just throwing into the fire in some of these. Even though like Southampton wasn't like crazy, Stockport's not gonna blow you away, but Everton was a pretty big game for him to be in. And he looked good in that.
And the fact, Craig Dawson has scored more goals than the other teams in the last 3 games. It's pretty cool stat.
That's kind of, one more stat just to add. Big stats show here for all of you guys tuning in for the first time.
When I saw the replay, he took it because they took the corner very quickly and he just looked like he just never stopped. He was like running from our half and then he just launched into it. Suchek, are you laughing at Lee Coral? That pitch was wetter than our new broad.
Yes.
Well, I mean, she's 55, so maybe in her heyday.
She's not that wet, all right? Let's not get carried away.
But I like the idea.
Ryan thinks Randolph would have fucked us if Stockport had been more aggressive. I don't know, man. I
don't necessarily agree with that.
Do I just have like such like a hatred for our dude from Roberto last year? I'm just so like scarred from that I'm like, anybody that doesn't throw it into the net, I just am like, you know what? He's a very serviceable keeper. Let's keep him out there. Like, I think that maybe I have Roberto PTSD.
Like just one of those. Do you see the what commercial was it with Eli Manning's older brother,
Peyton?
Is it Peyton? Peyton Manning.
Cooper Manning. Where
the commercial was where they've got like the Segway thing with the iPad with his face on it, where he's collecting shirts. Have you seen that?
No.
Anyway, the point was, compared to Roberto, I think if we had a Segway with an iPad and a guy's face on it, I would feel more secure. That guy is in charge.
Right.
So there is a definitely low bar after Roberto. But no, I think he made 1 or 2 mistakes, but I don't think we were. I don't think
we didn't seem like we had it all there. They didn't give it their all. It didn't seem like it was. They were kind of half-assing it. And I think was Stockport like 4 tiers down? Like, I get that, but like it was a very West Ham performance in a game that they should have won big. They play to their competition yet again, and they did just enough to get the win. That's the difference between this West Ham team, I feel like, and the last couple of years where, like last year's West Ham team, we would have lost that 2-0 or 2-1. We would have scored 1. That Dawson goal at the end would have given us a little bit of hope, and then we would have fucked around and not been able to get anything done. This year, it's like we get the draws when we don't show up because we're good enough to make sure that we don't give up the goal that like loses it. Last year, it was like we found ways to lose. This time, we just like we don't find ways to win, which I think is like a step in the right direction. I would rather not find ways to win than find ways to lose and then take the draw. But like I do feel like we've left a lot of points on the table this year, just playing the way that they kind of did against Stockport. Yeah, it's an FA Cup game, and yeah, it's not everybody, but it was kind of a lot of our starters. That's what kind of made me nervous about that. But Like I was, you were even saying, I think we were texting back and forth where you were like, this screams like an injury in a meaningless game right now. Like
especially once I saw the pitch conditions, I was like, okay, and if Antonio's going 100%, he's gonna maybe not blow his hamstring again, but he's gonna hurt himself or something. But I think to your point earlier, yeah, I don't think he was going 100%, so I think he knew, okay, this is dangerous. So I think that played to, I guess, Stockport strength. I don't think we were going full pelt. But I think the only concerning part, I think our goal came because because it was, what is it, the 83rd minute, 84th minute we scored our goal?
Something like that. It was in the 80s.
I think
an 80-minute goal.
I think maybe at that point, maybe Stockport were playing for okay, let's keep this draw and go into extra time and penalties. So then I think that's when we was able to be more aggressive and catch them. But I'm just glad that goal went in, because I was not looking forward to extra time, because all I could think of is that's going to be another 30 boring minutes, and then when it goes to penalties, then who knows?
It's kind of a crapshoot at that point. And if Ryan was worried about Randolph would have had the opportunity to fuck us if he could have. I don't know. I just like Randolph better than Roberto. I know that doesn't mean a ton.
No.
But he seems like a serviceable dude. I wouldn't want him full time, but we had Trot on the bench. We did talk about that last week. They did bring him up for a little bit. I would have liked to see him get some action. So maybe
I was kind of surprised if they were going to put him on the bench, why we didn't start him. Because I think that would have been a great game to start him and give him confidence. Because again, I don't think Stockport offered really anything going forward. So just get him on the pitch, let him catch a couple of balls, feel confident he's part of the team. Because, going back to last week, I think he's our future, unless anything major changes. I don't
sign anybody, but we're not going to probably sign anybody.
No. But defensively, going forward, though, I think to that yesterday's game proved the point in that we are defensively, I think, very solid. I think if we are going to add anyone, it definitely needs to be a striker, because like Ogbonna played very well again. Dawson played very well. Sufal played very well. I think defensively we are a very solid team.
Yeah, I wasn't worried at all, like on the defensive side.
No.
Like there was really not a ton of offense generated. Obviously, there shouldn't have been from Stockport County, but I thought that defensively, like that is the best part about like this West Ham team to me, is that like you kind of feel safe with that, and like they've had some hiccups here and there, but like I wasn't worried about Noble running around against Stockport like I am when it's an Everton game and Noble's out there, even though like it's working out. I don't know. Noble's making me a little bit nervous as of late, but I thought we got it done. And honestly, I think like I keep seeing like they're linked to like dudes in the championship or whatnot, and like I don't remember any of the names or whatever. But like, let's just bring up some dude from an under league or anything like that, and like get somebody that wants to play and just see who gives a shit. Like honestly, I would rather have a guy like that than Allaire that you paid out the ass to come there and just bicycle kick take bicycle kick attempts as much as he fucking could. And like they were cool. But like, what's her face on NBC said, I think I already used, where it was like he was a great goal or a great scorer of goals. He wasn't a great goal scorer, and or he scored great goals, but he wasn't a great goal scorer. Whatever, I fucked it up.
I know what you mean.
But just like he half-assed it. He was doing the Arnautovic thing and the Payet thing, and just like get somebody that wants to be up there, that hustles and shit like that. And I really think like that's what Souček is, and that's what Sufal is, and that's what Ben Rama has been. And it's just like the guys that want to be there. Yeah, when you have those dudes out there, like they're hungry, they want that shit, and we need that guy as a striker. We need that guy up front. Antonio, that was kind of what saved us last year, like because Antonio's a fucking dog, dude. We love Antonio because of that. Like he goes out there and he balls, and he may not be the best striker, which is why you got to keep considering bringing other dudes in. Maybe he's not the most reliable dude in the long run, but like he goes out there and he fucking cares and he fucking tries, and we just need somebody that wants to fucking be there.
Well, I think
if you can get somebody on the cheap, which they probably will because it's West Ham, like that's what you got to do. Just bring in the fucking Czech dude that Souček says. Really, just let Souček do all the transfer window stuff.
Yeah, because I mean that's for as long as I can remember, that's been the blueprint of West Ham. Is that pretty much like, yes, we might not always win, but as long as the players are trying and giving it their all, then everyone's happy. Because I would rather, hey, if we finish 14th, but everyone gave 110%, the old cliche, but whatever, I'm happy with that as long as we're trying. So yeah, I think I'd rather spend 4 million on a striker from some League One team who's like 19, 20, it's going to be built up and wants to have a go, than spend that same money on like a 35-year-old guy who was amazing 10 years ago. Well, maybe he'll be good again. Like Jack Wilshere, and then Patrice Evra. Do you remember that? That's beautiful signing.
I do not.
But yeah, we have a history of signing. Haller was basically a healthy Andy Carroll. No, I disagree with that, Ryan, because Andy Carroll actually scored a couple of goals.
Like, he was good for a little bit, but we talk about guys made of glass. Like, Carroll was definitely made of glass, where it was like, shit, he fell.
If he's fit, you have to get him out. 6 games. Yeah. If he's fit, get him out for a couple of games then, because he's going to be on the shelf again. Because Andy Carroll was special in that he had a countdown clock on him. Like, so even if you didn't play him, he injured himself in training. He fell from a balcony. He was just going to injure himself no matter what.
He's like the running back you just run into the ground because you just we got to just get as much use out of him as you can. Just keep running him.
Because now, where is he now? I think he's back at Newcastle. But
Newcastle.
Does he play? Actually,
I think comes off the bench.
Probably the best for him. Super sub.
So we got Burnley on Saturday. And what are your thoughts on that? Burnley not as good as us. It's the battle of the same fucking jerseys and the team that I hate because they have a similar jersey to us. What do you think? We stand a chance against Burnley? You think we're going to come out and we're going to go out, or are you expecting us to West Ham it up and play down to our competition again?
Well, I mean, Burnley are coming off what? They've won 2 of their last 5. And for a team that's in 16th, that's pretty good. No, I'm not expecting an easy win, but I can see us winning maybe 3-1. I'm not sure because that's going to be
3-1 seems like this is like a 1-0, 2-1 game to me. Like, this is a 1-score game, a 1-score difference. Like, West Ham's going to fucking make us sweat it out. We'll score like we did against Stockport because we don't have any offense really, unless Antonio fucking goes out there. We're gonna maybe see just if the pitch conditions were such a big deal. Like, what if they go and everything's fine, or maybe we just realized they were half-assing it too. That could also be a case.
Well, I don't want to judge because I wasn't there, but I do imagine that the pitch wasn't of the quality of a Premier League side when we played Stockport. So even if it's pouring down rain, I imagine the pitch will be better at Burnley. But they're definitely going to score a goal. Like, Burnley are definitely going to score a goal against us. That's just how it is. But I know I feel confident. I think we've got a couple of goals if we continue on starting Benny Hanna, bring Bowen back into it. I think we definitely drop Noble. I think he definitely needs to come out and bring Souček back.
Which he hasn't done anything. Like, the weird thing about Noble is every time we freak out, we're like, why is Noble in there? And it's just the fear that he's going to fuck up, and he hasn't yet.
I understand. No, it's not that he's going to fuck up. I understood why he started against Stockport.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but Everton doesn't make sense.
I'm not worried Noble's going to fuck up necessarily. I'm just concerned he's not going to bring anything to he's too slow now. Definitely, I think I said it before, maybe a couple of episodes back. He is the guy that you have on the bench, and then when West Ham's winning 2-0, say, and it's getting to the 70th minute, you bring Noble on to be the wise old man. Okay, let's see this out. He's just not a starter because he has no pace anymore, and it's sad to say because I love Noble. The whole he's Mr. West Ham and things like that. Like that was the 13th time he played in a third round FA Cup game for West Ham. 13. That's a long time he's been playing for West Ham. So yeah, I'm not necessarily worried about him. Ryan thinks Antonio is good for 2 goals against Burnley. That'd be nice.
He's been due for like a multi-goal game this year. I don't think he has had a multi-goal game yet, has he?
I think it was last season when the last time he scored was when he scored 4 goals against.
That was pretty dope. He kept us up then. That was the game he kept us up. Was it Bournemouth?
It might have been a B team. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Bournemouth or Watford?
I don't know. I can't remember. I remember it being a very good game.
One day we'll have a producer like, hey, you look that up. And then they'll do that. And then they'll be, oh, actually, it was Watford. Alex was right. And I'm like, thank you. All right, cool.
Now make me a drink.
No, we don't do that. We don't do that because that's an abuse of power. We're polite.
Okay, what if
I bought me a Powerball and a Mega Millions ticket. So like I'm just planning on winning the lottery tonight. So we'll have some more funding coming in. So maybe we can split it. What if we both split it? That'd be sick.
That'd be pretty. I was gonna say because I bought a Mega Millions.
We know each other. We won't tell you guys we did that. We'll just start frivolously buying a lot of things, and you'll start realizing, oh.
But the viewers will know because then next week suddenly
we'll start paying everybody on here to watch us.
But suddenly that this is going to be all glamorous. Like we'll be like live streaming from a beach. Oh, I think they might have won the lottery.
No, that'd be funny if you weren't like on a beach, but you just bought like lavish things, and it's like, why did he just buy like 50 diamonds? Like he covered his room in diamonds, and you're like, yeah.
Why is there a gold statue of Craig Dawson in the background?
Made of glass. It's a glass golden statue.
Yeah,
goes along with our broken Andy Carroll statue.
He's like doing the bicycle kick, but his foot's like broken off. Bless him.
So Burnley, I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1 as my prediction in that one.
I'm going to do the traditional thing of writing these predictions down, and then we'll never refer to them again. Burnley, I'm going to go 3-1.
Beard highlights, I like that. I could. We could both like get our beard colored gold. That'd be cool.
Did you have around Christmas getting like the baubles?
Oh, I saw people do that. I did not do that.
No, but
did you do that? Are you that guy? Okay.
I'm just worried that I'm gonna put them in, and then I'm gonna get drunk and forget about them, and then fall asleep, and then the next morning they're gonna be like just too far deep. Where it's like, this is how I live now. I have these in
my life.
So that we've got Burnley. So we're feeling good about that. Anything else West Ham related you want before we move on to the NFL?
That's pretty much all I got. That's all I got.
But I guess how confident are you? Because in terms of the transfer window, because every single window, every single year, we have the tradition of we are linked with 20 players, and then at the last day of the window, we sign someone no one's ever heard of. Do you think that's going to continue? Do you think we're going to get anyone in?
Yes, I think that's going to continue. Like, I want to be optimistic, and watch me. Maybe I'm jinxing it. Maybe this is me telling the universe that, and then they're like, you know what, Alex, we're going to prove you wrong this time. But, like, I'm just going to expect that we're going to have the same stuff we've already had over and over and over again. Like, that they do the same thing every time. So, because we'll overpay for somebody, maybe. But that's probably going to be in the off season. I don't know. I would love it if we brought in the dude that Suchek wanted. I don't remember his name. So, we got very difficult names to pronounce. All these names that I've seen mentioned as possible people, but I would just expect like the last couple days of the transfer window, we bring somebody in. It's not like a huge name, and we're just like, okay, we'll love him for what he is. Cool, get on in there, buddy.
I'm just trying to find. There was one player that we bought.
That's kind of what like a Yeti was. That's kind of what Ben Rama was. I didn't know Ben Rama. Like I love Ben Rama now. He's cool. Like. It's maybe just me not knowing all these dudes you're bringing in, but I think we'll have to do something. You got to do something up front.
Do you remember when we signed? It was like 18-19 season when in January. I'm pretty sure it was January. And the last day we signed Jordan Hugill. Do you remember that guy?
Yeah, we just got rid of him.
Yeah, that's the same. That last day we signed him, and then I think he played maybe one game in the cup.
Kept loaning him out, yeah.
And then apparently Ryan's got some inside knowledge. We can't afford anyone worth shit since we're down 25 mil.
No, we just got a porn star, so she probably just did another movie and then get that porn money.
Cash in hand, straight in.
Exactly.
To the transfer market.
Mm-hmm. They don't have like Debbie Does Dallas, but it'll be like Debbie Does Darby County or something like that. Like that could be the name of her movie.
Debbie Does Darby County.
I'm trying to think. I was like, what is another? Was it Dover? That's a place, no, right? Or Doncaster. Doncaster.
That's who we've got next in the FA Cup.
That's why I think I remembered it.
Debbie's gonna do Doncaster.
Debbie Does Doncaster.
Maybe that's the guy, the nice guy that did these little cartoon figures of us. Maybe I can get him to do a Debbie Does Doncaster tribute for that episode when we talk about that.
I don't know.
And then before we switch over to NFL, shout out to Tyler who wants Hot Wheels.
Oh, what's up, Yorkie?
I think he's referring to your Race Wars.
Yeah, Alex's Race Wars, the original Race Wars. Everyone's favorite kind of Race Wars, actually. But my Hot Wheels are done, man. I got rid of the track. I don't have a Hot Wheels track anymore. When they shut sports down for 105 days, I raced Hot Wheels cars every day in my apartment.
And you got rid of them?
Well, they was just sitting in my podcast studio, and on the morning show I'm on, we were just like, "Hey, we got we got to auction some stuff off," and we didn't auction off. We just gave it away as a prize. But I was like, "I got a track," and so I got it out of my house. We have sports now. Whoa, dude! I thought we were friends, man. Yorkie's coming at me with this. Just he's heated. He's heated.
I'm pretty disappointed you got rid of it, but whatever. As long as it went to a good place for charity.
I would like to think it did.
But you made money for charity, though, right?
No, it was a prize.
Oh. Then I'm disappointed.
There we go.
Then I'm going to put this.
Then I do suck, I guess. Yeah. That was maybe what Yorkie was referring to.
Okay. Right. Time for some football. Okay.
Let's talk football.
I was very annoyed when I watched the Steelers versus the Browns game. Unless I missed it and blacked out a little bit, they didn't play the Sunday Night Football song. Is that only a regular season thing?
Maybe.
I
didn't even notice that. I did not even notice that. I was honestly so disappointed in that game just because I had just come off the incredible high of watching the Nickelodeon Saints Bears broadcast. There was slime zones. When people scored, they shot slime into the end zone, and it was CGI slime, and it was awesome. There was all kinds of weird facts and comparisons. It was, yes, intended for children, but I got quite a lot of entertainment out of it, okay? And I wish every football game also had a Nickelodeon broadcast of that as well, because I would watch that all the time. Watch it all the time.
Did you see? Because I didn't, but did you hear of any ratings news from that? Because I imagine that must have been quite high. Because that just the novelty of it, there must have been a lot of people watching that.
Just if everybody on Twitter that seemed like talked about watching it, watched it, then yeah, I would assume the ratings were pretty good.
And hopefully next season that becomes a thing. Maybe like one game a week is on Nickelodeon. That'd be cool.
Or I'm sure that the playoff game will at least come back, and I think they're really just trying to expand their demographic, obviously. And it was an interesting broadcast, and if like you had kids or whatever, that was probably pretty sweet for them. So yeah, shout out Nickelodeon. But then it was like you give me slime cannons in the end zone, and I have to watch another fucking Sunday night game, and there's no slime cannons in the end zone. Like I don't even care. They scored so many points in that game too. There would have been a ton of slime everywhere.
That would have been a lot of slime because I was
there for the slime, and I was really, after coming off that high, you just can't match it,
Because in the Steelers game,
my slime fix,
there was about 17 touchdowns roughly. My numbers might be slightly wrong.
Around there, yeah.
That was a lot. So Big Ben. I mean, we'll get to our picks because I picked Big Ben and the Steelers, as did you. But I don't know what it is about. Obviously, I picked them because I thought they were going to win. But his face has just a look of someone that you just hate. Like, I just don't like that guy.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of other things Big Ben has done in his past that might make you want to hate him, but we don't have to get into that here. Not on this podcast.
Did you see what I put on Twitter? I was quite proud of it.
What did you put up on Twitter? Do you have it with us?
I haven't got it screen cap, which would have been nice. But I just,
way to go.
I just I suck. But I just put a picture of Big Ben. And I was like, I don't know what it is. Something about this guy. He just has the face of someone that doesn't like dogs. I don't trust this guy.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean,
that was quite funny. His face, he was miserable because he was not.
Yeah, I lost money on the game, but at the end of the day, when like Pittsburgh doesn't win, I'm like, whatever, dude.
Something about the state of Philadelphia that loves losing games.
Pennsylvania, yeah. And it was kind of cool to see the Browns win for the first time since like 1994 in a playoff.
I'm a big fan of Baker Mayfield's commercials, so I was quite happy that he won.
I feel like Baker Mayfield is to me like Machine Gun Kelly, but for football, where it's like I want to hate him. He seems like he'd be a douche, but like he's funny on TV. His commercials are funny, and like I kind of am turning the corner on him. Like I wanted to hate Machine Gun Kelly when he was like a rapper and everything, and I was like, now he makes music that fucking slaps. So like I'm in.
Although I don't know who's coaching Baker Mayfield during the commercials, but I don't know where the charisma goes in his like post-match interviews, because he is like generic quarterback guy. Oh yeah, we believe that. We wanted to give it all 4 quarters. We pushed it. Like he's so boring in his interviews, but he's pretty fun in his commercials. I'll give him that. So good for him. On to the next round, where he's going to lose tremendously to the Chiefs. I'm calling that one now. Do you see that going any other way?
Did I see? No, I did not. I mean, honestly,
no, I was saying next round, Browns versus the Chiefs. That's going to be end of Baker Mayfield, I think, for that one.
I think they'll keep it close. Right now, I think the line is at Chiefs -10. I would take the Browns in 10 points, just on principle that you take double-digit points in the NFL. But I think that the Browns are going to make it closer than we think. But like the Chiefs are going to do what they always do, and it'll be like the Browns will have a lead at some point in the fourth quarter. And then in like 13 seconds, it'll be Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. Chiefs take the lead, and like that, they don't look back.
Oh, and so in the Bills versus the Colts, we both took the Bills, and the Bills progressed. They've got
a little closer than I thought. I thought that was gonna be a blowout.
Oh, what, the Bills versus Colts?
I thought the Bills were gonna blow them out. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna necessarily disagree with you there, but it was a good. I think every game, other than the Nickelodeon game, because I didn't enjoy it because I had to watch CBS coverage, I think every game was it's a top quality game. I think it was a very good wildcard weekend.
Yeah, the Sunday night game maybe not so much, but still, like, they made it a game at the end of it.
I think the quality wasn't there, but I think what made up for it was because everyone loves a high scoring game.
There was nothing that was just like, there was no blowout right from the get-go. So I guess besides the Browns game, but like I said, they made it a game. So most of the games were entertaining. And even at that point on Sunday, you're like, I got to get ready for bed, whatever.
I stayed up late. Enjoying that one. Okay, so moving forward to this weekend. We got no Nickelodeon games this weekend, right?
No Nickelodeon games, unfortunately.
So, so we got the So, should we do our predictions?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so we've got the first one is the Rams versus the Packers. That would be actually, I think, a very interesting game.
I think it'll be closer than people think, but I think the Packers win.
Because Rams they're very inconsistent, but they're pretty good at doing some upset wins.
And if they can play physical with the Packers, they can slow them down a little bit. I just think Aaron Rodgers is on like a fuck you tour still. And bad news for the Rams.
Maybe just to be different, I'm gonna go with Rams.
And then if you hit that, you're like, I called the upset. Look at me calling upsets.
Check out the win.
One of us is going to be right. Yeah.
And then the other NFC game, we have the Buccaneers of Tom Brady versus the New Orleans Saints. Fun fact, this one was announced. This is the first ever NFL playoff game where both starting quarterbacks are over 40 years old.
Oh, that is a fun fact. How about that?
How about that? So at least one of these quarterbacks is going to get sacked and go poof into dust because they're so old.
I would put my money on Drew Brees. I feel like I have said a couple of times this year, I feel like that the Saints are a good team. I really like their defense. I really like everything they're doing. But I think that Drew Brees is at some point going, like, he's got the mind is there, physical or the physical aspect of it not all there still. Just the body is not all there. And I think there's going to be a Drew Brees play, like an interception or something in a costly moment that is going to cost the Saints the game. And I unfortunately think that'll kind of be like Brett Favre, like throwing an interception as his last pass as a Packer to R.W. McQuarters on the Giants when the Giants ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. That was like Brett Favre's, like his last pass as a Packer was an interception, which was fitting for Brett Favre, but I feel like something like that's going to happen for Drew Brees. I think the Bucs are in there. I think the Bucs come in there. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. I know there's stats that have showed that, like, yeah, it's been done quite a few times, but like, I think the Bucs kind of found their stride. If they can get a run game established, I think Tom Brady's playing very well. I think Rob Gronkowski is playing really well. I think Mike Evans is playing really well. I think everybody on the Bucs offense is playing well. I think the Bucs have the upset in this one. I think Tampa comes away with the win.
So you're going with the Bucs. Maybe I'm letting my heart choose this one because, again, Tom Brady is one of those that I just despise. Drew Brees, I think he's going to go maybe not all the way, but just a little sidetrack. He is a terrible looking 41-year-old. He looks terrible for 41.
Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Really?
Let me Google this up. He is 2 years younger than Tom Brady. Like, what? In what universe is that a thing?
I think they both look fine for their age for me.
Oh, no. Drew Brees looks like 60 in my eye. Maybe
not to me.
But I'm gonna go with the New Orleans on that one. And then we move over to the AFC. I think I already know where you're gonna go with this one. We've got the Ravens and the Bills.
This is a tough one, dude. I could see this one going either way. I really thought the Bills were going to play a lot better and blow out the Colts. I think the Colts overachieved as much as the Bills didn't underachieve or whatever. Ravens looked really good. I said the Titans are kind of Jekyll and Hyde, so I don't really know which Titans team you saw. Like, they shut down the run. I think if they can stop the Bills run and force Josh Allen to do a lot of stuff, that's going to be different. But I think it's going to be a really close game. For some reason, I'm just going to lean Bills. I just want the Bills to win, honestly. This is me going with my heart like you just did. I'm going to go Bills. I really want to see Bills-Chiefs at the end. I really want to see Bills-Chiefs like at the AFC Championship game.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep on the New York love. I'm going to take the Bills as well for that one. And then the final one is the Browns versus the Chiefs, which I guess, spoiler alert, I know where you're going to go with that one. You're going to go for the Chiefs.
I think Chiefs repeat. I think the Chiefs repeat the whole thing this year. Like,
oh, really?
Go back to back, but this is going to be a closer game than people expect. But just like Patrick Mahomes is just going to, like, if you had 3 seconds left and you gave Patrick Mahomes the ball, I would assume you're going to lose because Patrick Mahomes can score that fast. So I'm going to go Chiefs.
I think because of the way the Browns played last weekend or this past weekend, I think they're going in with a lot of confidence. I think maybe they can force some errors, and I think it's gonna be close. Maybe the head takes the Chiefs, but again, let's make it a little bit more spicy. I'm going to take Baker. Oh, it's at the Chiefs.
Dude, that would be such a sick AFC Championship though, like two teams that hadn't won games since '94 and '95 in the playoffs. Like Browns Bills would be a nuts
All right, I'm
AFC Championship game.
I'm gonna do it. It's my lock of the week. Browns over the Chiefs.
All right,
and then that makes it. And then we're almost there. So after this, then it's the divisional, and then the Super Bowl. Where is the Super Bowl this year?
I don't remember.
All right, let me quickly, because I'm just wondering whether is it in a location.
I would assume it's in a warm weather. Is it Tampa?
If it's in Florida, that'd be sick. It is in Tampa, which means
it could be a Bucks, which means the Bucks won't get there because no team has ever hosted a Super Bowl, basically. So I don't think the Bucks get all the way there. I think it's gonna be Packers, Chiefs.
But doesn't that mean pretty much that it's a guarantee that there's gonna be fans in attendance for that?
Yes,
maybe not sold out, but it's definitely gonna be.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that there wasn't fans because I want to see the Super Bowl halftime show where this guy is singing to no one. That'd be hilarious.
No, and dude, that song, that Blinding Lights song, has been stuck in my head nonstop because I keep airing those commercials for it, and like, dude, we need people there. I saw something that maybe they're gonna have a bunch of vaccinated healthcare workers that they give seats to, which would be cool. It would be nice. We're big first responders fans here. Clear Big Blue. Thank you for your service and thank you for all that you do, first line responders and all of that. But like that would be kind of cool if you had like a bunch of nurses and doctors and stuff that got to go to the Super Bowl
in their uniform.
In the uniform, yeah, they had to wear scrubs.
I want to see stethoscopes in the crowd.
Lab coats.
And like charts and shit. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
So before we wrap this week's episode up, I am just scrolling through the comments, very disappointed at our viewers. No one has come forward with their favorite Spice Girl, which is a little bit disappointed. So
maybe next week.
To the people watching, join us next week. Take a week to really think about your favorite Spice Girl.
Yeah, that's probably what they're doing.
You don't want to make a rash decision on that. That's something you don't want to regret and be like, oh, I said sporty. I regret that. You don't want to make that. So I understand. So what have we got to talk about next week? So we've got more more playoffs. We've got West Ham, Burnley. Where is that? Is that a Saturday game?
Saturday at 10 or I guess 11 a.m. your time.
No, it's 10 a.m. my time, so it's 9 a.m. your time.
9 a.m. You're right. Whatever. I got it mixed up.
And that's that. And then beautiful stuff. I don't think for some reason I feel like there was something I was going to say to end it, but now I don't know. Okay, yes, of course, because this is part of the Pass the Gravy partial day.
There we go. Okay, we got a posh fan.
It's not going to happen, Ryan.
It's not really a wrong answer.
But why?
Baby's the correct answer.
She's Posh was definitely the person that when you're like in the nightclub and you try your best and she's like giving you nothing. She's like a stuck up.
Because she's Posh Spice. She doesn't have to.
Like she's just gonna disappoint you. She's just gonna leave you going home upset. And when you're drunk and upset, it's just not bad mix.
You know what you're getting, and I appreciate that.
Whereas I think like Scary Spice and Ginger Spice, like that's gonna lead to a wild evening.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I
you get both of them, but there's only one Spice Girl you can pick. You're not allowed to pick both.
Yeah, I don't want to lead anyone to their decision. I don't want to be that guy. But
I hope you guys come back. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for joining us live. It's been fun.
Thanks for sticking with us the whole time, Ryan. Appreciate you, bro.
And I did see this one. This is from earlier. I didn't want to highlight this one, obviously, because this is. I'm pretty sure this was you but someone. But at least it works. We're on Twitch. Boom.
We're on Twitch. Pass Your Podcast.
Twitch. So yes. So before we leave, new episode tomorrow of Pass the Gravy.
Yeah.
What have we got
tomorrow?
In store?
I mean, we're going to talk about getting banned That's been a big thing in the news. Certain people getting banned. Alabama just being really good at college football still. And we're going to give you our football picks also there. We're going to give you some gambling picks as well. We're going to answer your questions, tell you what's not cool for the week. And it's going to be a pretty good episode. I'm feeling like we got a good year's worth of Pass the Gravy ahead of you guys at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter, Spotify, or on Twitter, Instagram, and on Facebook. Not on Spotify. On Spotify, just go fucking follow us or whatever. But,
just find it. Just
tune in tomorrow.
And also follow our new PTGPN on Twitter, where you can find lots of. I love that you kept the slogan that I created: a collection of podcasts that some say are dope and fresh.
They are. That's what I say. That's what some say. Some say that. I also say that, but others say that too.
Beautiful stuff. So yeah, join us back here next week, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. GMT. I'm pretty disappointed. Unless they didn't say anything, not many British people join me. You let the side down if you're not watching this live. But if you do, if you missed anything, you can watch obviously the repeats. They're going to be on the Facebook page, the YouTube page, the Twitch page. If you want to just listen to it, this is going to be shortly on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now.
Yeah, you have to use. It's called an ampersand, the and symbol when you're searching for it.
Yes,
Claret and Big Blue.
Claret.
Remember that if you can't find it on iTunes.
Also, it seems like you're making a really serious point. Claret and Blue.
And Big Blue.
Big Blue. Okay, before we sign off, Christopher Pacey, Posh, be serious, Ryan. Obviously, Ginger is the way to go because of her regret about the hookup. Red Bull and F1 tickets for life to keep it on the down low. That's true. Yeah, she's connected with what is it? The Red Bull racing guy, Christian Horner.
He brings up a good point.
So yeah, if we make friends with Ginger, then we could all be.
She's probably the chillest one.
We could all be on the yacht in Monaco watching the Grand Prix.
That's who we. Yeah, let's reach out to Ginger Spice. Maybe we'll have her on next week. So that's another teaser. We call that a teaser in the biz. Maybe you tune into that one next week, guys.
So once we've both shared the Mega Millions, we'll be live from Monte Carlo.
Exactly.
Loving life. But yeah, until then, make sure if you are joining us for the first time on these platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, give us a like, follow, subscribe, whatever. And join us back here next week. Check out Pass the Gravy tomorrow, new episode. But until then, see you next Tuesday.